Good morning, I'm Neva Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Wednesday, 19th of March. In this update, the world is watching to see if any breakthrough has been made in the United States negotiations with Russia. US President Donald Trump spoke on the phone with Russian President Vladimir Putin for several hours this morning to discuss a temporary ceasefire with Ukraine. White House officials have expressed cautious optimism about making progress. CNN's Fred Pleitgen says Russia has conditions that make it difficult to sign onto the deal.
For instance, they want to keep all of the territories that they've already taken from the Ukrainians and possibly even get more than that.
While Donald Trump's been busy talking to Vladimir Putin, Marco Rubio set aside time to meet Winston Peters, the US Secretary of State's having a face-to-face with our foreign minister in Washington, D.C. Several topics are likely to be on the agenda, including Trump's tariff plan and America's future role in the Pacific. Christopher Luxon is monitoring developments from India and says the meeting is an important chance to deepen our connections.
We have a strong set of values in New Zealand. We have an independent foreign policy. We act in our own national interests, but we need to work and partner with like-minded countries.
2 months of ceasefire in Gaza has crumbled as hundreds are killed in Israeli airstrikes. Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry says at least 400 people are being killed in the overnight attacks, including 4 of its officials. Another 660 people are said to be injured, with hospitals overrun in the area. Israel is vowing to ramp up the attacks towards Hamas, which it says has refused to extend the first stage of the ceasefire. NZTA has confirmed it will review whether to increase speed limits for 16 sections of the state highway network. It was previously going to increase them automatically. Jacob Jones reports.
The change was decided after it received strong feedback from a number of communities. It will carry out public consultation on changing limits for stretches of state highways 1, 3, 5, 6, 11, 26, 30, 35 and 50. Consultation will start in early April and will be open for 6 weeks.
Dairy prices are unchanged at this morning's global dairy trade auction. The price of whole milk powder is up 0.2%, while the price of skim milk powder is down 0.4%. A significant challenge for industry and trades training, with low levels of young people entering the system. A new report by the New Zealand Initiative has found just 6% of 16 to 19-year-olds participate in workplace-based learning. About 1/3 enrol in university degrees. Report author Michael Johnston says some schools work hard to get student leavers into apprenticeships, but that relies on committed teachers.
What we need is a single kind of coherent scheme and pathway that sits alongside the university track pathway as a clear alternative.
In sport, 15-year-old Sam Ruth is preparing for a dash at history tonight, bidding to become the youngest person to run a sub-4-minute mile. Players Association boss Rob Nichol claims New Zealand Rugby and All Blacks coach Scott Robertson are in sync about test eligibility rules. The latter has previously argued overseas players should be available. The Professional Tennis Players Association, co-founded by Novak Djokovic, has taken the sport's governing bodies to court, citing anti-competitive practices and a disregard for welfare. I'm Neva Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from Newstalk ZB Newsroom.